Hey TikTok. I've been sitting here in quiet contemplation, like trying to figure out exactly why the United States government and the secret societies and the CIA, etc., would target me at birth, which is the case. And it's because we are the Orifim, we are celestial beings, and our souls vibrate at a higher frequency. So we are the Mardi Gras indigos. Mardi Gras, when I say that, like what pops into me is the Holy Grail, because God is in us. We are all God's children. It's written in our DNA. Um, it spells out Yahweh, which is God eternal within the body. We are God's children, and we vibrate at a higher frequency. And some of us are really, really old souls, and our purpose has been to help humanity at this time. And I'm totally coming from a heart space. I'm not coming from ego at all, because trust me, I've sat here wondering if I'm going nuts, and I'm not. I'm just waking up, and this is my mission, that they have obscured through black magic and witchcraft and energy manipulation. So anyway, so for me, when I'm like, okay, well, what are the indigos? What could that mean? Well, if you think of the colors of the rainbow, it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, which is your throat chakra, your voice. Indigo is your third eye, is your pineal gland. So we the indigos, we had to wake humanity up, to lift the veil, to open up their crown chakra. So there are beings on this earth that had to incarnate into human form to walk among us, so that they could control the electromagnetic fields and the crystalline grid structures of the earth. And that is, there's no alien invasion coming. The invasion has already taken place. It is in the Bible story with the serpent in the garden. So the garden is all of earth. All of earth is Eden. And when it was a race of Alpha Draconians that infiltrated this time matrix, that was the alien invasion, because that's when they started altering our DNA. And by doing that, they were able to get control over all of humanity. And that's why they created your television, so that they could program you. So the whole world is basically MK Ultra'd, and there's so much, like, your history is not the truth, unfortunately. It's all been part of the massive global MK Ultra. It's like Pearl Harbor Day, it was the government. 9/11 was the government in conjunction with secret societies, because those twin towers represented Patrick Tillman and myself, because they knew we were the Mardi Gras indigos. They knew the purity of our souls. And Patrick knew about the Satanism, the child sacrifice stuff, I guess, in the NFL, and all the games are rigged. And you know, he went into the military, and then I'm sure, again, went into another witness protection program and trusted folks that he probably shouldn't have. And he was targeted as a child, as was I. And I can now tell you that I was targeted by the Kennedys, who are actually not Kennedys, they were Clooney's, that are Greek, and they're also Jewish. So it goes to your Revelation 9/11. The North Tower represented Patrick and being in the West, born in the West. The South Tower represented myself. And the South, which I'm from South Africa, and also the East. So they know when we come together, we bring together the North, West, and the Southeast. We bring together the four corners of this earth. We are time benders, or we can jump timelines, along with two other angels that are very, very significant in this. And that is Aaron Vaughn. Aaron Vaughn was in that Chinook 47. C is 3, H is 8. 3 and 8 is 11. 4 and 7 is 11. 11/11 is Veterans Day. This government sacrifices our soldiers, especially those with superhuman abilities. And that's why 30 seconds after that Chinook went down, they said fallen angel. They were after Aaron, and I've shared videos of Aaron where he is telling us that the CIA, I'm assuming it's the CIA because he would have trusted them and gone into witness protection, because they would have said, come and help us with the children in the tunnels. And I'm sure that there were some of those that responded. Marcus Luttrell is also the medic that survived Operation Red Wings. Andy has a twin brother, but there's 4 of us. And I didn't know that Morgan was a Navy SEAL until earlier on today. But anyway, when we come together, our souls vibrate at such a high frequency that we basically reset the energy grid lines. It is the flip. And any lower vibrational beings cannot live in a frequency of love. And they knew that they targeted us since birth because of our abilities, and the only thing that makes sense to me is because we have the Space Force, and the Anunnaki, which is another race that they didn't come from heaven, they came to heaven, because Earth is heaven at the right vibrational frequency, which is 432 hertz, and that's where we headed. And we get rid of these beings that don't belong here by loving one another, by being kind and caring and compassionate, and you drive them nuts. And there are people that don't change their mindset, because we're traversing through density 4 right now, and people need to change their mindset and be positive and kind and caring, because those that continue in a negative trajectory and project negativity to other, that karma is going to come back on them, and they have to suffer the consequences of their actions. And basically now all these reptilian beings that have controlled our destinies, when we come together, they'll be wiped out. It's nothing can stop what's coming. That's why we have all the celebrities up there saying that. And it is the love of God. So those of us that you have nothing to fear, it is the love of God that's going to fill your soul. And the heavens are going to unscroll. It's called the Nibiruan electrostatic transduction net, which the Anunnaki and the reptilians have had control over. And that's what's blocking your connection to God. So they created religion. So because we're unwinding time back to the beginning of this time matrix, just prior to the invasion, they knew by eliminating the 4 of us, they would control humanity again. So if they could get rid of us, they would shut down the gate over there. And they keep doing this, but they cannot, because now we have awoken, and they know that. So the flash of light is the reactivation of all of the crystalline structures in your DNA and the awakening of the indigos. And there are still lots of people around us that believe the Bible story, and that's okay, but we have to play it out. So when the Space Force comes in, they're going to use rods of God, which are direct energy weapons, and they still need to take out satanic establishments in the United States. And it's going to scare the bejesus out of those that are not aware. But we have to finish the script, which is the Bible. And, those of us that are consciously aware that it's not the whole truth, understand that to save as many souls as we possibly can, we need to play out that storyline. But trust that it is the Space Force taking out the evil beings, taking out the satanic establishments. But there's also something with the joining of my brothers and sisters that are Lyrans. We're high vibrational beings here to help humanity at this time. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly who's who, but I think we were triggered in the event of Donald Trump's death. And I'm not quite sure if he did die, or if he was poisoned for certain, or if he went into witness protection to see who he had on his side and potentially trigger the soldiers in the secret space program. So it's a lot of information. I probably blew some people's minds, but this is the only thing that makes sense to me. And you can watch my other videos where I'm doing decodes and trying to share. So this is Monkey's shirt. Follow him.